Think you know the story of Adam and Eve? There's more to discover. We've all heard about Cain and Abel, their first sons, but what if I told you that hidden in ancient texts is an untold story, a forgotten lineage of daughters of Adam and Eve, nearly lost to history and left out of the traditional narrative? Today, we're peeling back the veil on the descendants that history almost forgot, the daughters of Adam and Eve. Who were they? How many of them were there? And why have they remained in the shadows for so long? In this journey, we'll explore the Book of Jubilees, the Bible, and other ancient texts to piece together the lives of these elusive daughters. If this forgotten mystery has your curiosity piqued, stay with me. Because the story of Adam and Eve's daughters is more shocking and far-reaching than you might think. While Genesis gives us the familiar tale of Cain and Abel, it also holds intriguing, cryptic details about the rest of Adam and Eve's children. Genesis 5:4 hints at these lost daughters, noting Adam lived 800 years after the birth of Seth and had sons and daughters. But who were these daughters? And why don't we know their names? According to the Book of Jubilees, Adam and Eve had 9 other sons after their first 5 children: Cain, Abel, Awan, Seth, and Azera. Before Cain murdered his brother Abel, Eve gave birth to his daughter, Awan. Years after Abel's death, the couple had another son again, and they named him Seth. Some ancient Jewish texts, like the Book of Jubilees, pull back the curtain just a bit. They reveal names and details long forgotten by most. According to these writings, Adam and Eve's eldest daughter was called Awan, meaning potency or vice in Phoenician Hebrew. Awan would later become both wife and sister to Cain. Together they built a family in exile with a son named Enoch, after whom Cain would name a city of refuge. But Awan wasn't alone. Other ancient texts introduce us to Azera, the second daughter of Adam and Eve, who was given in marriage to Seth, born as a substitute after the death of Abel. Seth and Azera's descendants would continue the lineage, leading us to the likes of Noah and the survival of humanity itself. The Book of Jubilees even claims that Azera was first betrothed to Abel, and only after his tragic death did she marry Seth, symbolizing a bridging of life and loss that carried forth humanity's legacy. So, why has history erased these women? For centuries, these daughters have been sidelined, their stories obscured by time and tradition. And yet, these same traditions speak of Adam and Eve as the most fertile couple of all time, bearing hundreds of sons and daughters throughout their extraordinary lives. Consider this. If a modern woman could give birth to over 60 children in her lifetime, imagine what Eve, who lived nearly a millennium, could have accomplished. And here's where things take another twist. Some ancient sources suggest that Adam and Eve, themselves of mixed race, were the genesis of all human diversity. From their lineage, humanity branched out into various ethnicities, yet all share a single maternal line, what scientists today call the mitochondrial Eve. Despite our outward differences, we're all linked back to one woman, one ancestral mother, over thousands of years. The daughters of Adam and Eve may have been buried in the annals of history, but their impact reverberates across the centuries, influencing not just the biblical narrative, but the genetic legacy of all humankind. So, what do you think about these hidden daughters of Adam and Eve? And what other mysteries of ancient texts would you like us to uncover? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to share this video if you found it intriguing. Until next time.